Very hot in California. I spoke to my sister. She was complaining about the heat.
It's terrible here.
She was complaining like that. All right, Paul, it's really good to have you. I wish you were at the conference, but you're not going to fly. How many hours is it?
15 hours.
All right. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, I'm Paul Vester. I'm the chairman of the board of the American Colony, and do you want me to welcome them?
Yes, I think so.
I'll start again then. Welcome to the American Colony. This sounds like a very interesting conference, and I hope you're enjoying your visit. I think I know some of you, so to those I know, hello again, and I'll see you in November.
That's great. Well, as you have heard from Paul, he is the chairman of the board and the owner of the American Colony. He's very, very active in the colony. His late mother, Val Vester, passed away a few years ago, and Paul has taken over. And if you see his cup, he's got flowers on his cup, right? And this
it's my early morning tea, actually. It's
what
before,
time is it?
Yeah, in California. It's 20 to 9.
29. And it was
9 o'clock.
And it was a very hot day.
It's very hot, yeah.
All right, Paul, I'm going to go over to some pictures because we didn't really have time to prepare this, but the part that I'd like you to talk about is gardening, gardens, and what they are in the American Colony. And maybe while I'll move through, let me share screens. I'm going to go there. Start. And I'm going to do some images. You don't have to talk, you can just talk about gardening in general, your passion for gardening, the tradition of the family, and in fact, do you recognize this?
Oh yes, Miss Brooke.
Yes.
Miss Brooke's painting, yes.
A lovely decoration. Yeah.
Yes, that was, they did watercolors of wildflowers. That's a wild fuchsia, I think.
Yes, very good. Sorry. Can I just roll through pictures? I know it's not that good, but if you see something and just talk about, I try to capture some of the spirit of the gardening in the American Colony, and you are the mover and shaker behind the gardening today. Do you want to just talk about that? Because that is maybe the glue that combines all the different buildings.
Yeah, well, yes, okay. I mean, the gardening in the American Colony has a history in that they'd always had gardens. The gardens were quite a different style in the early days. They were more formal. But my grandfather, Frederick Vester, won prizes at the local horticultural society. They were all gardeners. They were gardeners and farmers. A large part of the colony was a farm, actually, with chickens and tortoises and pigs. So it was it had little formal gardens and then some large areas of farmland around it. It was much more open country in those days. My mother, who is British, took over the gardens when she moved out to Jerusalem in the 60s, and she started gardening in a more British style. As you can see from these pictures, actually, maybe, that if you go back a picture, the picture of this flying staircase at the American Colony, we planted wisteria to go up the flying staircase that Michael designed, which is a cantilevered staircase, and quite controversial at the time because it's not using any of the accepted tropes of the architecture of the hotel. And actually the present style of the gardening, which we've developed based on my mother's British style, started around the time that we refurbished the East House. And talking of chance, yeah?
There we go. That was by chance, Paul. Not planned. That's before.
There we go. There we go.
With the olive tree.
Well, one of the big challenges of running a hotel like this is you're constantly having to repair it and mend it and renovate it. And when we did the East House, we completely destroyed one of the gardens in the process. So actually that gave us an opportunity to create a totally new garden, and we decided to do an edible garden. And that's really where we started. I was working with Baruch, the gardener, and we decided to do an edible garden. We actually went and picked some wild seeds in the countryside for herbs and things, and everything in that garden is edible.
What will be at the? Can you see the?
Oh yeah.
These will have copies of the conference. Do you want to talk a bit about this pamphlet?
Oh, the leaflet, yeah, briefly. The leaflet, we did a leaflet just giving the names and descriptions and history of some of the plants in the East House garden. The illustrations actually were done by one of my students.
But Beckett did some sketches, I remember.
Beckett did Beckett, my son did the layout, and one of my students did the drawings.
Do you want to tell what you do? I mean, you say students, they don't know what you do. They think you're a botanist or something.
I'm currently an animation artist, I guess. I'm doing some animated installations at the moment, and I teach at California Institute of the Arts.
And you're a professor there, right?
I'm a professor. Yeah.
All right.
So Ariel Hart, she was called.
Yes.
We had a lot of toing and froing with the illustration. Anyway, that was the leaflet. But then we translated to some extent that style, which is a very informal style, into the rest of the gardens.
All right.
And then the other new garden that we did is down by the cow byre.
Yes. Do you want to talk about the cow byre? I haven't got pictures here, but I'll show them at the conference. The concept with Judy and what we discussed at the time. I'll be showing them before and after.
Oh yeah, well, it's a beautiful little building down at the bottom of the property, which was a forge at one time, and it was also a place where they kept the cows. It was also storage for a long time. We used it for storage. It was staff quarters for some time, and we never really renovated it because it was always, an extra building. And when the roof started falling in,
No, photographs. Sorry, I wanted to show a picture from Mia Grondel's book. I wanted to say, I gave it as a present today, so I thought I could look if the cow byre picture is there and show it to you. But all right, carry on.
But my story is the roof started falling in and we had to do something.
Yes.
So then, Michael, maybe you can take it from there. We did decide to landscape around it a little bit. We decided to landscape the car park. And one of the things we did in the car park was we put in olive trees, and we actually pick the olives in the fall and we make our own olive oil.
I will also be talking actually about Balian and these, the ceramics. I've got a book here right now. Balian will be there, and there'll be a lot of artists and artisans who work both locally and abroad. Now, I would like to, can you go and ask Jonathan if he's, where the pictures are on the latest furniture and the fabrics that Paul chose. I want to show you something. They should be here, and maybe you can talk about, you haven't seen the furniture, have you?
Who, me?
Yeah. Have you seen the lobby furniture with the
floor? Newly upholstered lobby furniture.
Yes, I'm going to try and bring it on. I asked him to put these. Jonathan? All right. I'm sorry, I'll show them. I'll send them files tomorrow so you can see them. But the incorporation of the floral motif in the furniture looks exquisite. And I can tell you something, I've held Balian, I don't even know why I took it, right? But the Balian tiles at the entrance, do you remember we chose the striped fabric?
Yes, yes.
You know he made a mistake, he first covered it in floral fabric?
No, I didn't know
yes. That. And then it was changed to the striped fabric. Now it's exquisite. It's exquisite. the colors pick up on the color. You remember we looked for the coloring in the tiles. So
yes, oh good, I'm glad the stripes work. I was a little concerned, I was actually a little concerned about the floral motifs.
all right, so they're gonna be, see, the people you're talking to probably would have walked through there and seen it already. So they'll be seeing it before you. But
Okay.
I'll send
All
you
right.
some pictures.
All right.
I think probably I'm glad you could speak to them, Paul. We're sorry you're not here,
I'm sorry I'm not there.
but I'm sure you're with us in spirit.
I am definitely with you in spirit.
I'll stop sharing so we can look at you. This is Paul's studio in Topanga Canyon, which is a special place. And if you ever go and see his garden there, you'll understand his passion for gardening. Anyway, we painted the dome in the bookshop.
Oh, you did? Well done.
Yes, it's looking great. And we did other things. Very
Uh-huh.
soon. Anyway, Paul, thanks for attending via digital media. You know, I'm not so strong at it, but somehow we made it work.
Yeah, we did. And so long, and good luck with your talk, Michael.
All right, it's going to be recorded and maybe we'll put it on YouTube or something because it's going to be a panel discussion. In fact, Joyce is also talking on legal aspects. And she's brought a friend, Fiona. I haven't met her, on urbanism. And, you know, like REWAC, hopefully someone's coming from REWAC. So we try.
Yes, I hope REWAC comes.
Yeah, I'm just trying all over to bring in people. All right. Good
Okay,
speaking.
Michael.
Take care, sir.
Over
That's
and out.
tiring.
Bye.
Bye. Over and out. Bye. All right. All right. We must go on to the next stage. You can pan around there.